hitting the hole as fast as he was a week ago.
Do you get the sense that maybe, his timing's off a little bit?
Yeah.
Because last week, I think you were talking about how quick he was to the hole and how fast he was through the hole. And that created some of those big runs because it allowed some of those second and third level blocks from his offensive line. In this game, I feel like the blocking's still there, but he's just not taking advantage of it.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to focus, and that's exactly what they did there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their big tight end, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And to give this time to the tailback. Now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by Chris Gibbons. Touchdown, 49ers. Chris Gibbons with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run? Lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Chris Gibbons with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean,
offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. They'll look to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Detroit. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. We're ready to get to the third quarter. This one taken from the 7. And some space here. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver, 92 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did. Out of the gun now on third down. And that's caught.
inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they?
Now a handoff here to his running back. Legs still church. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate. And
from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And Sanford in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got
So many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds on that play?
There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there. 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Team matchup. Let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Guyton and James Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, it's the 512th and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers,
of the defender.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
On the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Their big-bodied receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there to do what they did last time, force the 3 and out, and that led to a field goal.
The only thing better, really, is creating a turnover. 3 and out, get off the field, feel good about yourself, turn the ball over to your offense, and they put the ball through the post with a field goal.
They're probably pretty well rested after that 3 and out, too.
One would think. That's how you get it done. Create the 3 and outs, get to the bench, get your rest, and hope your offense can control the game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A strong running. Throwing left side, it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When they're down on the scoreboard, and this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well. A 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. That's taken it around the 40. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on out of completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Chris Gibbons from 3 yards out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. in this amount of time. I think it was a two-step deal. Boom, put his foot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball.
No. Check. Patrick. Patrick. Philly. Here we go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging.
Merges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Getting one receiver left, 3 to the right. They go play action here on, and right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former area,
it is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now a first down following that long gain.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing. And
touchdown, 49ers! A great effort there. 33 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well.
To stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. But with, I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Still on his feet. Are you kidding me? And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. Something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. He's going to rifle one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 59 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like just saw long gains often result. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Their dangerous wide receiver from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. And how about that, giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it, and right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all.
They'll look to throw. Backing up. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. 50 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that score gives us our 6th lead change of the game.
Are we back on the playground on the seesaw?
On the seesaw battle,
Right?
yeah.
Up and down, up and down. What a game we've watched here.
It's been fun. On 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to break. And it's picked up by the Panthers. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those deep. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is... And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And the best, it's the Chiefs going up against the 49ers. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the 2 men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49. And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm Brandon Guyton alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
All the talk, all the hype, but the pastor's prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
To know about this drive, they've been moving the ball awfully well.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Looking for someone to throw to. That is caught inside the 5. And he's able to pick up the first.
From here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be to score on them.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Their big tight end from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch.
They'll set up to throw. Surveying the field. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And you give him that much time to throw, especially on 3rd down, he's going to pick you apart.
You've got to increase your urgency. Even if you don't blitz or bring extra people on the pass rush, the guys going after him, they've got to get home. Otherwise, exactly as you described, he picks you apart and picks up yet another first down. Big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Now he'll look to throw here. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Chris Gibbons, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone. They often become bolder.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the comebacker. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the...
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller. It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back complete.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because
Offensively, after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
There again.
Zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Their big tight end from 4 yards out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.